over our garden wall. I hear the sirens call. You can have what you want. Yeah, you can have it all over our garden wall.
Hello there, and welcome to episode 2 of Space Poddity, which is the music podcast that's setting out to try and work out what our favourite David Bowie album is. As I say, we're on to episode 2 now. Last week we chatted about how we got here, and we looked at the last 16, did a draw, and there's been some voting since that, which we'll come on to. But before we do that, just say some hellos. So I'm delighted that we have managed to bring back from episode 1 both Caroline Binney. Hi, Caroline.
Good afternoon.
And Graham Skinner. Hi, Graham.
Hello.
Thank you. Thanks for coming back, both of you. I'm not sure why you have, but really appreciate it. And also we managed to drag back from our previous podcast series, Colin McCready. Hi, Colin.
Hi guys, how are we all?
We are all hot.
Colin.
We are, absolutely. Right, okay then. So we're going to talk a wee bit about Bowie, and we'll have a look at what happened last weekend when we did the last 16 knockout ties. We had a wee bit of fun with that on X, which I'll come on to. However, before we start that, I know you guys like your Bowie trivia. So last week, Caroline and Graham didn't really cover themselves in glory when I gave them every opportunity to tell me what the Bowie's #1 albums were in the UK. And I think they stumbled to about half of them, roughly. But I've got a lot easier one for you this week. So you can feel free to shout out together as long as you collectively get the answer. I'll be fine with that, right? So what you tell me is the set list that Bowie played at Live Aid.
Oh, easy. TVC 15.
Got to be in order?
All right. Modern World.
Nope.
Heroes.
Not in order. So TVC 15. I'm changing the rules.
I can name the band.
No, you get to that in a second. Stick to the question.
TVC 15.
Caroline, you coming in?
Modern Love.
Okay, I'll give you that. Modern Love is number 3.
TVC 15.
Was first song.
Laughing Gnome.
Should have been the encore.
Heroes.
Heroes was the 4th song. You're missing one.
Ziggy.
Nope.
Absolute Beginners.
Nope. Classic.
Oh, I had it on videotape
from an album that was voted out last weekend.
Rebel. No.
Yes, Rebel.
It was indeed. And for a bonus point, what was the song that he was going to play at the end and he gave over the video to the Cars song? Remember the African video?
Who's going to drive you home?
Yeah.
What was the Bowie song that he dropped from his set?
Starman.
No.
Come
on, Skin, you've been quiet here.
The #1 albums than this. This is ridiculous.
It was 5 years. It was 5 years. Yeah, he had the fifth song, and he gave it up for that Drive song for the African kids and all that stuff. So
I had it recorded on Betamax from the day it was on, and used to watch it
somewhere.
Yeah. But yeah,
I don't know what's more depressing: 5 years or the Cars video. Jesus, it's supposed to be a celebration.
I know. The true story is that's when the phones all lit up with the donations and stuff when the video came on. That's what kickstarted it all, really. So,
and that was the session. Was there not? Thomas Dolby, I think, tells a story that he got sent a letter with a question mark asking him to go and play a session.
Yeah,
and he didn't know who it was with, and it was with Bowie, and it was Absolute Beginners for the album. Yeah, and that's why it was the band that did that, so that played at Live Aid. Keith Armstrong, I think, who'd been like Kitchenware Records, Thomas Dolby.
Yeah, Keith Armstrong and Neil Conti was in it as well.
From the Matthew Seligman was the bass player.
Yep. There we go. Trivia City.
Yeah.
I'm going to. Would you want me to ask you next week so we can get it right? Like
something easy,
like his real name or something like that. Is that pushing it or
something about his film career?
Okay, I'll do that actually. Yeah,
Oh my God. I might not be here next week.
Your street cred's going, Graham. But big style. Right, okay, so back onto the album. So if you remember, with 16 studio albums, we did the draw last week. Carly and Graham did the draw, and we ended up with 8 ties, which I'll pull up in a second. I don't know if you managed to see any of it on Twitter X. I know it was a bank holiday weekend, but it was pretty laid back, but really good fun. Did anyone see any of the chat at any
Yeah.
point?
So some of it was very close as well.
It was. I'll
Mhm.
pull it up. Yeah, it was. So, 4 or 5 of them were pretty much, kind of tick boxes from beginning to end, really. And then there was 2 or 3 kind of heavyweight ones that ended up having a bit of a chat, and a couple of them ended up with quite a lot of chat on them, which was good. But it's all a bit of great records of being just a preference on style and substance and stuff like that. So let me just pull up if I can find it. Let me just check again. So double checking as ever. Can you see that, guys?
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So this was the 8 ties we had last week, and they're marked kind of the highest percentage at the right hand side to the lowest, and the greens are obviously the ones that won the tie. So just a wee wander down them. Black Star. Is there any jump out at you that you're surprised at as a result?
Um, Maybe Scary Monsters, possibly. I mean, I personally, I would have voted the other way with that one.
You'd have went Space
And I
Oddity.
would, and I don't know. Let's Dance Lodger. That's pretty 50-50 for me. Even though I love Let's Dance, and got quite a few songs in that, but the rest of them pretty much. And Station to Station, Diamond Dogs is a tough one.
Mhm.
Very
Yeah,
much. And
agreed.
I mean, like Low. I mean, God, that's a hard. All the ones that are close are the
Mhm.
ones that would tear me apart, and the ones that are like miles apart are most well. Yeah,
Are you are you
Ziggy and
di-
Young Americans is a tough one as well. So
are you disappointed Black Tie White Nose didn't do so well,
yeah,
Graham?
really, really tough. That's a really tough one. That
I know
one.
that's your go-to, isn't it?
Yeah.
Uh, Caroline, what's your take?
Well, I kind of struck out twice on this because both my favourite Bowie album, Diamond Dogs, and the one that I thought was going to win, which is Low, both fell at this hurdle.
They
So I'm
did.
not good at the predictions.
No, I know. Well,
And I would
you know.
definitely have had Low over Let's Dance.
Yeah, yeah, me too.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, you're a big fan of Lodger, I think, Caroline, aren't you?
Yeah, I like Lodger,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, it's pretty cool. I think I say to you, and I know I wasn't overly keen on it at the time, but yeah, I grew to love that over the years. As an aside, I was digging out some Bowie albums. I realised I've got 2 copies of Let's Dance. I've no idea how I managed that. Must have really liked it at the time. Colin, I know you weren't on last week, but I don't know if you picked up in any of the chat. What's your take on the votes so far?
Yeah, I was quite interested. I wasn't that surprised with how they went, but then I went and looked up the amount of records that Bowie sold, and it's pretty clear that his most popular selling albums have probably done the best. Let's Dance is his most popular album, then Ziggy Stardust. I was really surprised that Black Star is his fifth most popular album.
Yeah, I guess all that kind of outpouring of love and stuff
Yeah.
when he went,
And you go back down to some of the ones like Low and Diamond Dogs, and they didn't sell many records at all. Like Low, so Lodger sold 163,000, whereas Black Star sold 2 million.
I think we said last week Black Star was his only number one
Number
album
one.
in the
Yeah.
US and the UK.
Yeah. But so
Um,
yeah, so a lot of the most popular albums I think did well, which, as we know from previous competitions, that can often happen.
yeah,
But yeah, they're mainly albums that I'm familiar with that I've gone through, so I feel in a better position to talk about the ones in green.
yeah, it's interesting. When we kind of, I think we give up the odd update as it's going along, and I think maybe about halfway through the update was that both Low and Diamond Dogs, I think, were fairly comfortably leading in their polls, and there was a whole chat on behalf of Aladdin saying and station to station saying, "Oh, this is terrible," and da da da. And then it flipped somewhere in the chat later on when I was having a look, and then all the guys are saying you can't vote out Low and Diamond Dogs. That's terrible. So, I guess you can't win, but yeah, I mean the eight that's left look pretty solid, don't they? I
Yeah,
think.
I mean the only one for me is Let's Dance. Maybe is probably my least favorite out of the ones that won, I would say. So if that was Lodger, I wouldn't be that bothered. And Heroes and Hunky Dory is a tough one for me as well because Heroes was kind of like the record that came out when I was like fully, involved with Bowie. Before that, I didn't, when Low came out, I still hadn't really sort of got totally on board with him at that point. But by the time Heroes came out, I was, I'd listened to most of all the albums up to that point, and I was aware of them all and loved them. So,
And back to Colin's point, is it fair to say that he'd kind of tipped over the side? I know he was super cool, the whole Berlin stuff, and it was amazing and all that stuff. But as he said, it probably wasn't as popular as some of his mid-70s stuff was. So is that all sort of came back again? So now that you're looking back at his kind of his backstory and his album list and stuff, for those albums, are they now back where they should be? So they weren't popular seller albums, but if you had to rank them all, you would probably be putting them pretty far up, I guess. Is that
I mean,
fair?
for me, it's like and everyone, there's always a song on the album that's emblematic, isn't there? So Heroes, obviously, it's like one of his. I'd say it's easily one of his top 4 or 5 biggest songs. That it's the most important songs for me. So
Yeah.
and it's the same way, but Hunky Dory, it's Life on Mars. So you're like, it's really hard to differentiate with those two because they're both like two of the most important songs that he wrote for me.
I think
Yeah.
Hunky Dory is a great album, though.
Yeah, I like
You know
Hunky
what I mean?
Dory.
You can't, it's got 4 like classic Bowie songs, doesn't it? At least 4. Changes,
Well,
Life on Mars, Cooks. Did I say Changes?
Yeah.
aye.
Mm.
Um, it's a great record.
Oh no, it's got great songs on it. I just feel it's kind of I mean, it's an interesting record because for me, it's like the seeds of
Ziggy Stardust.
there, but also it's kind of still got a feeling of Space Oddity. Some of the songs,
Mm.
could have been on Space Oddity as well. So it's kind of halfway between those sort of what straddling those worlds basically.
There was a lot of chat at the time that a lot of the songs were written on the piano, weren't they? Which is why it's kind of a bit more melodic and stuff than maybe some of the more guitar-y
See,
songs.
after we spoke last week, I went away and tried to play Life on Mars on the guitar, and it's so difficult, right? So
Yeah.
like, it's definitely a piano song,
Mhm.
Do you
Like,
want to pull out the guitar and have a go?
nah,
Do you want
I'm
to?
I'm I'm holding the phone in my hands, so I would have
All
to
right, okay, that's a good
bring it with
excuse.
it to mother.
Skin, have
Maybe
you ever covered Bowie songs yourself?
What do you mean?
Like in any like any of your bands or solo? I'm trying to think. Obviously, I
You
haven't
mean
seen you, but
on record?
no, live.
I've done loads of Bowie songs live.
Yeah.
We used to do done Heroes live, done
Did
Let's
Heroes Lips, right,
Dance.
didn't you?
And we
Mm.
used to do Golden Years, a couple of others. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
played
did.
quite a
I
few.
saw you do a great Bowie's short set at Frets actually a couple of years
Yeah, we
ago.
played.
Right, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
me and James did a wee
yeah,
Bowie set as well.
yeah, really, really enjoyable.
I
Yeah,
missed
it was
that.
great fun.
Mhm.
Is there an album of Bowie covers wandering on its way, Graham? No.
You never know. Entering for a
In for
from
a
the
dime.
circle for me.
In for a
Yeah,
dime.
That's a good idea. I might try that.
Yeah, absolutely, please do.
Maybe not Life in Mars though, because the odds on that are ridiculous.
We'll get Rick Wakeman up to play it for you. Yeah.
So
And in case I forget, obviously we ended up with a podcast title. I forgot to mention that earlier on there. So we'd had a little poll, which was magic because basically nobody voted in it. So sort of by process elimination, Space Poddity got the most votes, which wasn't very many. But I just need to say thank you to Nick D, who's at Nicky Doug, sorry, for suggesting that, and we'll use that for the rest of them. So Caroline and Graham, I think you guys had stuff on the list, but obviously there's no taste out there.
I think Space Poddity is a good one.
I think it's good too.
I think it's great. It was my favourite.
Yeah, we'll take it. It's really good. Yeah, thanks again, Nick. Enjoy that. Cool. So we've got the eight. So we'll get on and we'll do a wee draw for the eight in a second. I think last week when we chatted a wee bit as well about the kind of image of Bowie, and I think you were talking about haircuts and stuff, Graham. So I thought it'd be worth just having a wee nosy at the covers since we're now at the last eight. So I'll pull up the eight covers we've got and just see what jumps out at you from that. So they're bad. They're not in any order, but Black Star, Ziggy, Original Man Who Sold the World, Hunky Dory, Spiders, Let's Dance, Lad Insane, and Station to Station. What would you say was the kind of most iconic cover out of those, or just your favourite? Caroline?
Aladdin Sane for me.
Sorry, Graham, Lad Insane?
For me, Aladdin Sane was the most iconic one.
Because?
Well, the lightning bolt and the haircut.
Yeah. Is that your favourite haircut? I think you mentioned haircuts last week, didn't you?
Oh, certainly, it's one that I would have aspired to when I was a young, sort of 14-year-old or something. But I never ever actually did it. But when I actually got a really good haircut, I did dye it red, and so there was an echo of it. It didn't have the long bit at the back, but yeah.
All right.
So it was even right up till I was about 18, it was an influence.
Any pictures of that?
We didn't take a lot of pictures back then. It was like you had to go to Boots to get them developed. Remember
that? And wait a fortnight. Yeah.
that?
Oh,
And then there was a big fingerprint in front of you.
Caroline, what would your favourite be?
I like Ziggy, but I'd probably go for Aladdin Sane as well. I mean, apparently when it was produced, it was the most expensive album cover that had ever been made.
Wow.
Just because of the processing on it. I read that somewhere.
Wow, didn't know that.
And also, and I don't know if this is true or not, but I also read that the lightning bolt was inspired by something on a national Panasonic rice cooker that happened to be in the studio when Duffy was shooting the shot.
Didn't know that either.
Oh.
No, I'm not, staking my life on the provenance of that, but I definitely read it this morning.
Can you see this?
Oh.
Oh, look at that. Where's that from?
By a guy called Jonathan Adler. Anyway, that's sits in my underneath our mantelpiece. So.
Oh,
good.
cool.
And Colin, did you call out an album cover there?
It'd probably have to be Ziggy Stardust, which was probably the first, when Bowie sort of came to the fore for me. It was probably around the time of Let's Dance, but I remember being in a play when I was at the Scottish Youth Theatre and they used Starman in it. And I remember going and getting Ziggy Stardust after the show because I loved the song. So yeah, that iconic photo of Regent Street is it's a great image.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just think it's such an evocative and such a great album. I do like Hunky Dory as well, that kind of golden age of Hollywood. He almost looks like Greta Garbo.
Yeah, Dietrich.
It's like, or Dietrich. It's class. But they're all brilliant.
Yeah.
Just looking at all eight of them.
I mean, the inner of the gatefold of Aladdin Sane is fantastic as well when it folds out and you've got him kind of just there in all his glory.
Yeah, absolutely. No, they're brilliant, and but maybe we vote in the covers. If the guys are interested on the X stuff, we'll see how that goes. And obviously, we lost a few cracking covers as well with Diamond Dogs and stuff.
Remember, we were talking about the haircuts, Brian?
Yeah.
Okay, so can you see that?
I can. Yeah.
And then he was a big influence in Cilla Black as well.
Lift it up a bit so we can see it.
Cilla play guitar.
Brilliant. Ta-ra,
Anyway,
love. Ta-ra. Very good. Okay, moving on swiftly. So I'll come out of that. So that was us. That was us with the last 16 from last week, and obviously we look at the covers there. And what else we done? We done the call out on the titles. We did the trivia. So will we do the draw for the
Yep.
last 8? Because they're always good fun, aren't they?
Yes.
So there's
Draw
three
of
of us,
death.
3 of you on the draw. So I'm absolutely guaranteed to balls this up. Okay. So what we'll do is I will use Caroline as a constant, and then I'll go between Colin and Graham. Okay. And
Yeah.
that'll keep it a bit easier for me. So Caroline, you can give me numbers from 1 to 4, and then I'll alternate between the other guys. Okay. So give us a number from 1 to 4, please, Caroline.
Number 4.
Number 4, which is Black Star. Thank you. And Graham, give us a number between 5 and 8.
5.
5?
Yep.
Which is Hunky Dory. Okay, thank you. Caroline, 1 and 4.
1.
Number 1 is Ziggy. Like guitar. And Colin, give us a number.
Number 7, please.
Number 7, thank you. Ziggy plays Scary Monsters. Okay, Caroline.
3.
3 is Man Who Sold the World. Thank you. And Graham.
6.
6 is still there, so that will play Station to Station. And that should leave 2, hopefully. Caroline.
Number 2.
Number 2, which is Aladdin Sane, and Colin.
Oh, this is hard. 8.
8 is well done. I'm just checking myself.
I normally write them down.
I've got to be honest, when I did the
That
list
was like the
originally,
Krypton Factor trying to remember.
when I did the list originally about an hour ago, I had 9 albums on it. I only realised when I numbered them all, so I check it all. So, okay, brilliant, thank you. Let's just check those. So we've got Black Star versus Hunky Dory. We've got Ziggy versus Scary Monsters. We've got Man Who Sold the World versus Station to Station, and we've got Aladdin Sane versus Let's Dance.
That's quite good.
When we did it last week, we gave the guys on X a chance to vote for them all, and we always offer a wee prize or something for anybody that gets them all. But we had nobody got all 8 albums last week, which was quite surprised. Quite a few get 7, but nobody get 8. So, I mean, every chance we will get 4 out of 4 this weekend, I would have thought. So you just want to give me a quick call out then, so I can capture it for posterity. So Black Star versus Hunky. Caroline?
Hunky Dory.
Colin?
Black Star.
Graham?
I think Hunky will win.
Okay, thank you.
I'm
Ziggy
not necessarily saying what's best. I mean, we're playing the what's going to win, like the most likely to.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep. You're sticking with Black Star, yeah?
Yeah.
Magic.
Got to be different.
Got to be different. Ziggy versus Scary. Caroline?
Ziggy.
Ziggy. Colin?
Ziggy.
Skin?
Ziggy.
Plays guitar.
Excellent. Man Who Sold the World versus Station to Station. Caroline?
Station to Station.
Station. Colin?
Man Who Sold the World.
Graham?
Away and bow your head.
I'm just being... It's good to be
It's
facetious.
not.
This is why Colin never wins any of the competitions, Graham. Always. And the last one,
You know
Aladdin's.
my answer.
I've got you Station to Station. I just wrote it down, yeah.
I'll have a spot in the semi-final. I'm absolutely certain of that.
I'm sure you will, mate.
Me too.
And we've got Aladdin Sane versus Let's Dance. Caroline?
Aladdin Sane.
Aladdin. Colin?
Let's Dance.
Let's Dance. And Graham?
It's got to be Aladdin Sane.
Aladdin. Okay, I've scribbled them down so we can check them off next week. Colin, if those 4 are voted through on Saturday, I'm closing my account down on Twitter.
Well, you look at the percentages for in the last round.
No, I don't care. No,
Right,
I'm not having that.
But you have to take into account what was up against what in the last round. I mean, Black Star did well because it was up against the weakest album.
5th most popular record of his career.
Yeah,
I know, but
It's not necessarily a good barometer
Often the
of your
most
taste.
popular rises to the top. I'm just saying. This is a competition. I'm not saying what's best. I'm trying to win.
Yes, trying
I'd
to
say
win.
the opposite of you guys.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
just being contrary, Colin.
Yes.
Mhm.
Okay, right, that's fine.
Yeah.
It's not like you though.
No, it's
No.
not. He's good at that.
No.
Absolutely.
If we all say the same thing, there's not much of a competition, is there?
Very true. Well, we'll put it out there and we'll give the guys another go at it. Yeah, I mean, I'm sure they will get 4 for 4. I think they've actually came out. They could have been a bit tougher. I think a couple of them. So I think most of the big hitters have avoided each other. So the last 4 potentially looks quite good, unless it's Colin's last 4. Then we'll probably not do another podcast, I guess, if that's the case. All right. Feel
Well, he can do it on his own.
If all Collins win, we know who's been voting for Israel in the Eurovision Song Contest.
oh,
No.
yeah. You just want to correct that, Colin,
You
publicly.
can accuse me of many things, but that's
Yeah.
not one of them.
It would be a similar travesty. That's all I'm saying.
Ah, very good. Okay, magic. Okay, well, hopefully we'll get that out there probably over Thursday, Friday, and we'll have a voting Saturday on it and see how it goes, which is good fun. Cool. So what else have we missed? Anything? Anything else you want to call out regarding the votes and any other Bowie stuff?
But you, sorry,
Sorry.
Stan.
No, I wasn't. I was just going to fill some space. Nothing really.
Were you saying we could come up with other ideas for votes?
Yeah. Well, no, I didn't say that. I says you probably will.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, your favorite Bowie lineup. So, like your favorite guitarist, favorite bass player, favorite drummer, favorite keyboardist could be quite good. I kind of vote off between.
Okay.
Maybe.
So would it be you just vote for your favorite keyboard player, your favorite?
Or you put
whatever,
Mike
right?
Garson against Rick Wakeman against whoever,
Yeah.
Robert Fripp against Mike Ronson against Earl's thingy.
Could be here a while,
Galen
right?
Dorsey versus.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just
It's not a bad idea. The idea of maybe there's a question about his best live band, maybe
Yeah.
question mark,
Yeah.
because he obviously had some belters, didn't he?
yeah,
So maybe a chat about that because he did go through those phases with the bands that,
different folk came and went.
yeah, reflected his music. I think I was saying to Graham last week about my live album from about '74. I think it was in America, and when he was hitting all that Philly stuff, and I mean that band were just smashing it. They were
Yeah,
meant
I
to.
mean,
Just a wee bit of trivia since you've mentioned Mike Ronson, Colin. It's Mike Ronson's birthday today.
Is
Is
it?
it?
Mike
Oh,
Ronson's birthday, yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
heavenly birthday to him.
How old would they have been today, Caroline? Do you know?
Oh, not off the top
No?
of my head, but I think he was about 40, I think he was about 46 when he died, something
Oh,
like that.
yeah, I know. So young, right?
Mhm.
I'll come to get and play a bit then when we get off air. I'll be listening to that. Cracking. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, I'll
He
take
would
that
have
one
been
on.
70.
70.
Mhm.
Yep.
God, I mean, still
1946.
young, isn't it?
No, really young.
Yeah.
He could have been playing in Crazy Horse or something now.
No, 80 would have been 1946. 80.
Yeah. Mhm.
80,
Yeah,
sorry, 80.
He's just added
But
10
what-
years there pretty quickly, hasn't he?
sorry.
Mhm.
Because Bowie was 69 when he
Yeah.
died, and that was 12 years ago, right? Something like that, 13 years ago. Can't remember what date it was.
2016, 10 years, wasn't it?
10 years, yeah.
Yeah, it's
Was it 10 years?
33 years since Mike Ronson died and he was 46. So, yeah, bloody
Yeah.
hell.
They
If
did
you
make-
if you ever find yourself in Hull, there's a memorial in one of the parks, and it's kind of, I mean, it's a really, really well done memorial, but also it's kind of neat because he was a gardener for the council in the
Cool.
same park before he kind of went down to London and joined the Spiders.
Right.
I like that.
That's nice.
And they did making up sounds as if they're kids or anything, but they were okay again, weren't they? Towards the end, Ronson and Bowie.
I don't know. Probably.
I'm sure they played. They played, but they not. They played at the what was it? No, Nelson
One of the
Mandela.
big benefits they played together.
Freddie Mercury tribute or something
Yeah,
like that. I'm
yeah.
sure they were on stage together
Yeah.
for that.
There is a Mike Ronson documentary that I watched
Yes.
a few years back.
Mhm.
It was excellent.
Yeah.
It was made by
Beside Bowie, I think it's called.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
excellent.
What's it called, Caroline? Do you think?
Beside Bowie.
Okay, good
It's
stuff.
really good.
Mhm.
I'll dig it out and stick it on the chat.
I never knew that he played with Bob Dylan in that Rolling Thunder tour as
Yeah,
well.
yeah,
Wow.
yeah.
And apparently, he never spoke to him. Dylan
Mhm.
never spoke to Ronno at all.
Yeah,
For
because
some reason.
you can see him in the background in the concert film.
Yeah,
Mhm.
playing away. But apparently, the whole time, I mean, because they were just rolling about all over the place, like, and but Ronson, he never really had any sort of relationship with Bob Dylan, which is kind of odd and sad, I think.
Yeah, that's weird, isn't it?
That's weird.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he didn't know he was playing, Graham.
Well,
You're Dylan. I mean,
it looked like an absolute circus from what I.
it did indeed. All right, good stuff. Well, thanks for that. And we'll maybe toast Mr. Ronson later on tonight. Sorely missed. Okay, listen, guys, that was magic. Thank you very much for setting the episode down. We've got a quarter final to look forward to, and we've got Colin's votes to chat about next week on hopefully on the podcast, unless we've cancelled it all by then, of course. So thank you very much for your time, and thanks to everybody who watches and listens. I really appreciate it, and hopefully we'll see you all again next week. Take care now. All the best. Thank you. See you now.
Bye.
Bye.
Over our garden wall, I hear the sirens call. You can have what you want.